African Championships take place in Nairobi. 5 days of athletics dominating the stage here in the Kenyan capital, and there were plenty of thrilling events over 5 days of memorable moments, and we're going to bring you extensive coverage of all that happened during the championships here in Kenya.
He's just about to take his throw in the shot put.
Obviously, he's not looking very happy. And also, I must mention that South Africans are very, very good when it comes to the field events.
Roll-off Potgieter, 18.62 was the throw that he made last. Lovely turnout at the Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi. As we give you the images of the shot put event. And on the track, the 800 meters men's first round is being set up.
Well, here the South Africans are obviously just enjoying themselves and making sure that they get the desired result on the shot put. And Berger Lambrecht from South Africa clearing 18.63 meters, and that's quite impressive. And these are the shot put final, and obviously the South Africans are coming up on top. Berger Lambrecht, and then in Potgieter they've just been separated by almost a centimeter. That is what he was saying earlier on. And Horacio Cremona of South Africa also in third position.
As Greg said earlier, ask his opponents. We've got a long list of 10,000 meters runners. We'll start from the beginning with Omar Duale Gumane from Djibouti. Then there's Lwabe Daudi Joseph of Tanzania, Bizimana Bernard from Burundi, Kusuro Geoffrey from Uganda, Medin Tekle Mariam from Eritrea, Irabaruta Oliver from Burundi, Shihine Shilaisi from Ethiopia, and a name that is very well known in middle and long distance running, Linus Chitali from Zambia. There's Wilson Kiprop from Kenya, and Moses Kipsiro Ndiema from Uganda, Mutai Geoffrey from Kenya, Diodon Disi from Rwanda, Joseph Daudi from Tanzania, Kiprotich Stephen from Uganda, Joseph Fabian from Tanzania, Jaso Kintra Yakob of Ethiopia, Kisorio Matthew from Kenya, Kende Ademe Yetwale from Ethiopia, and Joseph Marco from Tanzania. He's a very strong runner, Greg, and look at the pace. If you look at his legs and the leg movement and even the swing of his hands, he's got still a lot of energy left in him, and he knows that he's alone, so he's not expending his energy by going forward to pace the race. He doesn't need to. Exactly. He's just waiting for that burst of energy for the last of it.
Yeah, he's letting the Kenyans do all the work. It's exactly right, although he's lost a couple of meters there. A few gaps opening up now.
He's running on the inside, Moses Ndiema. Very, very intelligent of him to do that. He cuts off a couple of meters, ultimately, which turn into, lots of kilometers if he was to continue this forever. But there you see now Moses is going up to the front. He's gone past one Kenyan, and he's tucking himself behind the people he thinks might have a very strong, strong pace. And the reason is he realized that the slower Kenyan runner will slow him down as well, so that the two Kenyan runners will go ahead and win. And he noticed that the Kenyan runner is already tired. He's already glanced behind to find out who's behind him and decided he's going to be left out of this pack.
And it looks like Moses Ndiema obviously is going to hold on at the back there, hopefully up until the finish. So far, the home crowd are definitely rallying behind the local boys to actually make the country proud.
It's Matthew Casorio, who's fallen back into fourth place now, as Moses Ndima currently holds a bronze medal position. He won't be thinking bronze, though. He'll be thinking gold.
It's either gold or 2 medals for Kenya, you know, silver and bronze. But for Ndiema, he could be gunning for the gold here.
Obviously, Ndiema would not be gunning for anything other than gold. But away from home, and rather this daunting venue, a bronze would be a good prize to take home.
Oh, I don't think he thinks so, Leslie. It doesn't matter whether it's home or away, he just wants the gold. And that's how the athletes do think, you know. So he can't just settle for anything else. And I'm convinced that he's not finished yet until we get to the last 100 meters, which is going to turn out into a sprint. We're coming to the bell in one moment, and it's going to be for the 2 Kenyans, Kimutai and Kiprop and Ndiema. And it's the 3 for whom the bell tolls now. It's an outbreak of a sprint here. A chase for gold, silver or bronze. And Moses Ndiema, Kipsiro from Uganda, is threatening to take one of the medals here. Kimutai has broken into a full-out run. Whether or not he can maintain it into the last 400 meters is the question here. He's gone out in front. He is being chased by the second Kenyan in this. And it's Kiprop Wilson still in the second position, who's trying to come into the fast. Moses Ndiema is chasing. We're coming into the final bend now. And it is Kimutai still at the front.
What a race.
Moses Kiprop is right behind him. Wilson Kiprop. Ndiema on the outside lane wants to deny the Kenyans the gold medal here. It's the Kenyans going further ahead. Ndiema will come into the silver medal position, and Kenya will take the gold and the bronze. But what a run, and what predatory instincts as well from the Ugandan. He sneaks into the silver medal position, but deservedly so.
Most definitely unbelievable, remarkable stuff here at this stadium. As these Kenyans, they just simply sprint to the finish. And it is Kiprop Wilson who takes it home.
As we take a look at the women's hammer now. This is Hussein Marwa of Egypt. 62.36, her first throw. Lets out a mighty roar. And well, you wouldn't want to mess with her, would you? She looks a picture of determination.
Not when she's got the hammer, Greg.
No.
You're going to be, you know, you must love your life a little bit sometimes. But she gave it a massively big throw, didn't she?
Yes, most definitely. And the roar, maybe, it's just to make sure that she pushes the hammer as far as possible. And it was a beautiful throw.
This is action from the hammer. This is from Senegal, Amy Sene, with a big throw. And a big smile on her face. Will it be enough to take her into the lead and win the gold medal, the first for Senegal of these championships? Great technique. Amy Sene. With a big throw there, winning bid number 1362. As we see the confirmation of the results from the women's hammer throw, Hussein Mara took the silver. Florence Edim Apafa Eze of Togo take the bronze.
The track is being prepared for the 100 meters hurdles women's event, which is going to be a final event here, and which is featuring some very explosive action that will include the Nigerians going for it, and the 2 Burundians and a Kenyan also gunning for it.
Well, fourth time lucky perhaps. And that time they're away cleanly. And going well in lane 5 is Adugan. It's Adugan who's dominating at the moment. Coming up on the outside is Ferguin, but it's Adugan who's going to win this one in style. And the gold medal is won by Nigeria, Suyun Adugan, who dominated from start to finish. And she takes the gold medal, claps her hands in approval, waves to the fans. And after three false starts, the race finally gets off to a clean start. And
but it's a disaster on this other side, Greg. I think it's Beatrice Kambole from Burundi who hit the third hurdle and went down and just didn't recover. So as the celebration is going on the other side.
Well, Janima Faye took the silver, but at 0.53 seconds behind Adugan. That was the margin of victory. Amina Ferguin of Algeria took the bronze. Alima Sora of Burundi was fourth. Carol Madi Kaboud Mabam, who finished third in 2008, can only settle for fifth this time. And Florence Wazike of Kenya, unable to do the business for the home nation, she took sixth. Beatrice Kambole broke down injured, and Rosina Amanabede of Ghana was disqualified. So Nigeria pick up their first gold medal of the championships, as we see confirmation of the final results. Adugan, Faye and Ferguin in amongst the medals. Sora Kaboud Mabam, Wazike rounding out the runners that finished. Kambole broke down injured. So from the 100-meter hurdles to the 100 meters flat, and it's the women's final. Mian in 1, Vincent 2, Osayema in 3, Okabari 4, Zaimoleme 5, Osazua in 6, Mabambo Mombo in 7, and Antangana of Cameroon in 8. That time they were way clean, and it's a good start by Okabari, but look, coming up in lane 5 is Zhang Malama and Okabari. It's Okabari who's going to take it, and it looks like Nigeria took the bronze as well. I think it was Okabari just heading off Zhang Malama, with Osayemi in third, but we'll wait for confirmation. But a thrilling 100 meters there.
Well, interesting stuff. That the Nigerians are actually doing good, and that's the confirmation. Blessings of Okpabare 11.03, and Zhang Malema 11.15, and then Osayeni 11.22.
Big crowd as well as he gets set then for the 100 meters. And they're away cleanly, and going well in 4 is McAway. Coming up in lane 5 though, look out for Meite. It's Meite who's going to hold them off at the line. It's Meite. Ben Youssef Meite of the Ivory Coast takes the gold medal, and the Ivory Coast are on the board now, and they've broken the Nigerian dominance so far here this afternoon. Confirmation of the results. Well, that is some of the sprinting out of the way for the time being.
And it is the Moroccans' chance. Nisrin Dinar going for 3.60. She went through all her other jumps on the first attempt, so that gives her a lot of confidence to go for 3.60.
Somebody's turned off the comms to the band. They can't talk to you. Somebody's turned off. I'm looking for our commentators. Do you know who our so that's why. It's not just me.
So the Moroccan also takes her jump confidently.
Well, obviously, the Moroccan here, Dina Nesrin, she's one of the favorites. And have a look at that. I think her best, her personal best, is at 304 meters flat. And obviously, she would be clearing this one without a problem.
And there is a confirmation on the results as well. 3.70 for Nisri Dinar, and that gives her the gold medal. And then Bethia 3.50 and Ouattara 3.40.
Kotso Mokina of South Africa. And this man is one to watch out for. Mokina, A man capable of jumping over 8 meters. Lanky South African. Gets plenty of height, and he's around the 8-meter mark that time. And see where that puts him. It's just over 8 meters, I think. Spot on the board there. Couldn't have done much better than that. And this could be an interesting measurement. And there are the final results. Badji of Senegal took the silver, and Gabakaki of Nigeria the bronze.
We're very ready for this one. It's got a good number of seasoned athletes in this, including the Ethiopians and the Kenyans, when you're talking more specifically of Esa Chemtai.
Yes, it's an action-packed field here for this 5,000 meters. We had a thrilling race yesterday in the 10,000, and a great battle between the Ethiopians and the Kenyans that finally went the way of the Kenyans. And this is another chance for these two nations to battle it out, although the Tanzanians and the rest of the field might have something to say about where the medals go. But the Meriset Defar, of course, is in this field. The 26-year-old 2004 Olympic champion, world champion in 2007, second in Beijing, and they're underway for 5,000 meters, 12 and a half laps of the track, and this should be a fascinating battle.
Well, it's Ajigu who's come out to the front now.
Ajigu, beg your pardon, yeah.
And I think the tact is that Ajigu becomes the decoy. And they're just waiting for one other runner who's ahead of them, who's going to get a different kind of show for how many laps she's got to go. But for the leading pack, it's coming up to the bell now. It's Vivian Cheruiyot at the front. She's being chased by Meriset Defar, and the Kenyans are surging forward. This is the race, and this is what everybody was waiting for now. There's a sprint. Vivian Cheruiyot stays up at the front. Meriset Defar's got a very, very strong kick when it comes to the finish, and that's what Vivian Cheruiyot will be wary of. Right behind her is Ines Chenonge. Oh, here it is again with Cheruiyot upping the game, with Meriset Defar chasing almost in the same fashion as it happened at the World Championships in Berlin. Look at that sprint from Defar, and she's trying to outpace the Kenyans. Vivian Cheruiyot is up at the front. She's of course getting all the applause here at the Nyayo National Stadium. Meriset Defar is close behind there. There's another Ethiopian in the third position, and Ines Chenonge is trying to get into the bronze medal position, but Vivian Cheruiyot is running for the gold. And there's no doubt about it. She's done it again. She's pipped Meriset Defar to the gold. Defar comes in to the silver medal, and Ethiopia takes silver and bronze. What a race here. And what a delight for Kenya.
The crowd here were just fantastic again. It was well commentated, Berta, down the stretch there. Cheruiyot was just too strong for Defar, and that famous kick from Defar deserted her on that final lap. And Cheruiyot just would not be caught. She was not to be denied, not in front of her home fans, not in Nairobi. And it's Kenya who pick up their second gold medal, and their second gold medal in the long distance races. A thrilling final lap. The race took a while. It was a slow burner, really, but a thrilling final lap. And Vivian Cheruiyot will soak up the applause now and go on a victory lap.
Now, this is the result for the women 5,000 meter. Vivian Cheruiyot, the Kenyan, she came in first, blistering pace, obviously beating the two Ethiopians just behind her, Meriset Defar Tola, and then obviously she gets home another gold medal for Kenya. It looks like the Kenyans will be getting their gold medals from the long distances, Bernard.
Winning it, and back to the high jump.
So this was Lisa Labiche trying to stay in the running, and she just clipped the bar with her ankles, and that was heartbreak. If she would have cleared that height, she would have been in contention for the gold, but instead that knocked her out, and she had to settle for the silver. Lisa Labiche holds her head in disappointment. This was the women's high jump. And from Lesotho, Tisoyai Soliani trying to clear 175 and take the gold medal. And she's up and over, a beautiful jump, and that would make her the African champion in the women's high jump, clearing 175. Tisole Soliane of Lesotho. Great jump, so it's glory for Soliane, heartbreak for Labiche, and that's how the women's high jump finished up. 175, the winning height, on her third attempt as well. And there's confirmation. Sheratish Koech of Kenya took the bronze with 155. Only 5 girls in the event. Elise Nanaude, the 2008 champion, currently 9th in the world. And looking on nervously to see will it be enough to regain the lead. She put everything into it. And Nanaude waiting for her score. Could be facing defeat here. And she's regained the lead, 56.74. And that will be good enough for gold. That wins the gold medal. So the South African, under pressure, retains her title. And there is the final results. Nanaude the gold, Crabbe the second, Hazeb Dardiri in bronze. As we move back to the track and the women's 400-meter final. This is a gold medal race and a very strong field indeed. As you see on your screen, the defending champion Amantle Moncho is in the lineup for Botswana. Look out for her in lane 6. We'll run through the starting lineup for you. Clean start.
Oh, a very powerful run by Aimee Baketiam in the first 100 meters. Amantle Moncho is actually chasing Aimee Baketiam at this point, but it's a powerful run. Amantle is surging further forward. Baketiam putting in a little more energy than she did in the third 100 meters when she came into the semi-final. As they take the bend, it looks like Moncho is running away with it. And Esty Wistock is falling a little further behind. But look at the distance already put in between Amantle Moncho and Aimee Baketiam. And now it's Shade Abugan who is coming closer to taking it over from Aimee Baketiam. Amantle Moncho is miles ahead, but Aimee Baketiam manages to get a little energy and surges to the finish line ahead of Shade Abugan. Good run by Amantle Moncho. Well, she knocks off 0.04 seconds from our personal best as well. That's a confirmation of the final results.
Another gold medal is determined as we return to the track now, and the 400-meter final for men. And this should be another cracking race. And they're off to a clean start. And it's all pretty tight at the moment. Kikaya is already making his move in lane 6, closing down on the man outside him. Kikaya, the Kenyans are going well as they head down the back stretch. And it looks like Kikaya holding a slight advantage as well, but look out for Mutige in lane 7. Mutige's taken off, and he's going well. Kikaya trying to stay on his shoulder as they come into the final bend. The men's 400-meter championship on the line. It's Kikaya and Mutige. Kikaya, Mutige battling for 1 and 2. Coming up through the middle of the park is Mute as well. Can Mutige hang on? In fact, it's not going to be either of them. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise. And it's Kawaja of Liberia who Libya, beg your pardon, who takes the gold.
You're right.
And what a storming victory that was.
And look at where he places himself, right next to his timing, just in case you mistook him.
Well, that is the confirmation. First position, 44.98. Second position by Yusuf Raba, 45.18. And obviously Mutai, 45.28.
Now is one of the big finals of the day. the 800 meters for men, and what a field we've got here, Bernard.
Including the former world junior silver medalist Jackson Kivuva and the former world champion 2007, that's Alfred Kirwa.
David Rudisha, the man to beat in this one. The African record holder at the moment set a smashing time a few weeks ago in Belgium, has run away. Look out for Kirwa as well, Alfred Kirwa, wearing bib number 1743. As the Kenyans expect to dominate this race. Bernard?
Well, it's a quick start to this race with Rudisha going straight to the front and Kirwa and Kivuva coupling up there. It's Wola Gende Chifra from Ethiopia who's trying to keep up with the pace. It's a very fast-paced race. It's all up and down very quickly. And Rudisha is comfortable in his stride. 1792 is the bib he's got right at the front. And then Kivuva running in third just behind the Ethiopian Wola Gende. So 3 Kenyans in this race and the one Ethiopian battling it out early enough for this race. And the world champion is Kamel from Bahrain, whose father is a 2-time world 800 meters champion, Billy Conchella, who is here in the stadium at the moment, and a race that has always been a favorite of the Kenyans as well. And even though other countries have challenged for it recently, it's still considered a stronghold of the Kenyans. It's Rudisha who's opened up a massive pace there. He's got 5 steps ahead. And Alfred Kirwa is in the second position, just following closely there. Kivuva comes into the third position now. Rudisha is running for world record time here. Look at that sprint that Rudisha has employed. He's got the world leading time and is now looking for a better time. It's at 1:32 at the moment on the clock. It's Rudisha. Is he going for the world record? 1:37, 1:39. It's got 1:40 and 1:42 is what he makes it. Kirwa comes in silver and it's Kivuva in bronze. A clean sweep for the Kenyans. Gold, silver and bronze. What a run, 1:42, close to what he recorded. 1:41, the world's leading time by David Lekuta Rudisha.
Well, what a fantastic race that was. The crowd were going absolutely potty. I've never seen this stadium so alive. And David Rudisha lives up to all expectations. And the Kenyans, what a day it has been for them. And there's the confirmation of those results. Rudisha 1:42.84, a new championship record. Alfred Kirwa in second, Jackson Kivuva in third. So Kenya, gold, silver and bronze. As Blessing Okobrari makes it 3 gold medals of the championships, the only athlete to win 3 golds.
Well, here's the steeplechase lineup. Obviously, we have Molepo Edwin of South Africa, Richard Motleng from Kenya, and Ben Siwa from Uganda will be some of the guys to look out for. But watch out for Ezekiel Kemboi of Kenya, would be a hot favorite to win this race.
There is Edwin Molepo from South Africa. Richard Matalong, the African Championships World Silver Medalist. And Ben Siwa of Uganda. Gervais Hakizimana of Rwanda. There's Ethiopia's Roba Gari Chubeta. And Burundi's Ezekiel Nizigiyimana. And then there is also Abram Cherono. Incidentally, a brother to the world record holder Shaheen Saif Shahid, who changed nationality from Kenyan to Qatari, originally known as Stephen Cherono. The race also has Legasi Lamiso Oyota of Ethiopia, Uganda's Simon Ayeko, and Kenya's Ezekiel Kemboi. Also Benjamin Kiplagat, the Ugandan national record holder, and who was 4th at the World Championships in Berlin. And then there is Nahom Mesfen of Ethiopia. So a very, very powerful field here.
Well, they're coming up to the bell here. Coming up to the bell lap, and the Kenyans 1 and 2. It's Kemboi and Matalong, the world champion and the world silver medalist. And the Kenyans looking good for more medals here, as you would expect. They're into the final lap. The fans going absolutely crazy.
Well, Matalong has gone out to the front now, and Kimboi is behind him. It's less than 300 meters remaining to the end of the race. The gold medal and the silver medal seems like what Kenya is gunning for, and Matalong is already celebrating. He's put up his hand waving to the crowd here. Kimboi is right behind him. Kiplagat of Uganda has fallen back into the fourth position, and it's the Ethiopian Roba who's come up into the third position at the moment. So Matalong first into the water jump. And then Kimboi follows in suit, and Roba of Ethiopia. And then Kiplagat of Uganda is in third position. The third Kenyan is trying to get back into it. It's Matalong, no doubt about it. He's going to come in for the gold medal for Kenya. Kimboi in the second position, loves to toy around with it and looks behind to find out who's there. He celebrates quite early enough. Look at Matalong's celebration. A soldier by profession. And gives out a little salute at the finishing line. 1-2 for Kenya. Not the expected 1-2-3, and it's not Kiplagat from Uganda who comes in the third position, but the Ethiopian who manages the bronze.
Here is the final results of the steeplechase. Richard Matalong, 8:23.54, gold medalist, going one better than his compatriot Kembwa, who got the better of him in Berlin at the World Championships. Right then, the women's 1500 meters, and another great race to look forward to, Bernard.
Well, speaking of which, you've got Jalagat Irene also there, who's the former world junior champion, and she will also be pushing them. Also, Bernard, just saying, is that coming into this championship, there was so much talk about the rivalry between Ethiopia and Kenya. So far, the Kenyans have come out on top. Maybe it's because they are having the home ground advantage.
Well, a good tack that the Ethiopians are using at the moment. They've got the control of the race. They are not running too close to the inside lane, but they are all huddled up together. Just makes it a little bit difficult for the rest of the field to know exactly who they will be chasing. And you see Irene Jelagat running on the inside lane. She is actually just shadowing Gelete Burka. And that's a good tack for a junior who wants to bust into the seniors category. You must follow the leaders and stay with them.
Yes, indeed. Valuable experience being picked up here by Irene Jelagat, seeing how she fares on the senior circuit. A former world junior champion, and a bright future for that girl as they come up to the bell. It's going to get very interesting now. 400 meters to go. They've hit the bell.
Well, they haven't broken out completely into a sprint. It's still just judging who will go for the first sprint, who will be the rabbit to be followed. Now it's opening up even further. It looks like it's Nancy Jabet who's going up to the front. Gelete Burka is now making her way as well up at the front. And Jelagat, rather Nancy Lagat, is out of the front. Look at the chase now coming from behind. The Moroccans trying to stay in the third position. It's going to bust out into another bigger sprint as we come to the last 300 meters. It's Nancy Lagat at the front. Gelete Burka with a very strong sprint. The third and final band here. Can Lagat make it a Kenyan gold medal? Here it comes now. It's Burka, and she's the favorite here.
She's looking good.
And she's following.
She's looking good.
And she's looking very strong as well. But Nancy is coming out of the front. Gelete Burka is in the second position. The chase is on for the bronze medal. And it's the Moroccans who will take the bronze medal. But Nancy Jabet Lagat adds the African gold medal to her tally.
Wow, she did brilliantly well, didn't she, during that final lap? She got into the lead and never relinquished it. And another Kenyan gold medal, and that will take them top of the medal standings. Well, there are the final results of the women's 1500. Nancy Jabet Lagat picks up another gold for Kenya. 4 minutes 10.43 seconds. Gelete Burka Bati of Ethiopia in second. Brizam Lakwad of Morocco picking up the bronze. Well, this was the Egyptian. Abdel Mohsen Anani. In the men's hammer. And a mighty throw there. Look at that. Over 70 meters. And that would be good enough for the gold. As Egypt dethrone South Africa's Chris Harmsey, they would have to settle for silver. As you see the confirmation of the final results, Abdel Mohsen Onani ahead of Harmsey, Hashem El Gamel taking the bronze. Looking to clear at 470 at this stage. 28 years of age. Competed in the decathlon. And Dweeby is up and over. And 4.70. And that was good enough for the gold. Hamdi Dweeby looking very content with himself. Breathes a sigh of relief. He knows that's going to be a height that might not be matched, and it wasn't matched. Larbi Barada of Algeria failing to clear 4.7, and neither did Morad Sweezy, the second Algerian. Great technique, well over the bar. Well, there are the final results of the pole vault. Hamdi Dweeby crowned the champion after clearing 4.7. The decathlon champion Larbi Baruda in second, and Morad Sweezy taking the bronze. And from Nigeria, this is Oke Tosin, the competition leader. Best jump of 16.87. And a big lead there. And the smile on his face says it all. There is your triple jump champion, Oke Tosin of Nigeria. Just staying within the lines. And a perfect jump on the board. As we see the results, Oke Tosin the gold, Mamba of Cameroon taking the silver, and Tumelo Tagani of South Africa the bronze. And this is the South African Viljoen with a big throw there, and that's good enough to give her the lead at the moment. Sunette Viljoen, 63 points. And there is confirmation of those results. Sunette Viljoen, South Africa gold. Justin Robson silver. Omar Hassan of Egypt taking the bronze. Well, now we move on to one of the highlights of this afternoon, the women's 10,000 meters, and a very strong field for this one. 25 laps of the track.
So one Tanzanian as well. There's Restituta Remy in this race. And another one, Rebecca Chacha, together with Rwanda's Epiphany Nyirababarame and Cameroon's Therese Ngondi Etundi, and then Pauline's Chacha. So 3 Tanzanians in this race as well, 1 Cameroonian, and 1 Rwandese, and 3 Kenyans and 3 Ethiopians. Team tactics will, of course, be reigning supreme here.
And they're picking the pace up again here as they approach the bell. We've got about 500 meters left in this 10,000 meter women's gold medal race. Here they come, and the crowd on their feet now. It's getting interesting. Well, as if it couldn't be more interesting, but there goes the bell. Here we go. It's game on.
Well, there is Tirunesh now in gear 2, and Meslet Makamu, and they will destroy the field. And for sure, Lynette doesn't have that finishing kick that the Ethiopians do have. Here is your double world champion and 5,000 meters champion as well, Tirunesh Dibaba. She's now fighting off Meslet Belkamu, who is the one who wanted this medal badly. But look at that blistering pace and the determination on Tirunesh Dibaba's face. This one's lost for Lynette Masai. She's going to come in the bronze medal position. But who's going to get the
gold. Tirunesh in gear 3 now. She's moved another pace up front. And look at that pace that she has adopted now. The Ethiopian celebrating it on the side stands. Just about 110 meters to go. It's Tirunesh who comes up with a sprint almost 400 meters and takes a quick turn to glance at what's behind her. Tirunesh, unbeatable, and giving another world-class performance, taking the African record as well. And with 31:47:49, 31:51, she crosses the line, the African champion. Mesnet Melkamu in the second position, and Linet Masai, having battled alone for half of the race, will come in the bronze. A much-needed gold medal for Ethiopia, and the Ethiopian national anthem will play at the 17th African Senior Athletics Championships, at least this one time.
And here are the final results from the 10,000 meters. Tirunesh Dibaba, the Olympic champion, becoming African champion again. And Melkamu in second. Linet Masai of Kenya settling for the bronze after leading for much of the race. Just couldn't cope with Dibaba. Those are your top three. The women's 3,000 meter steeplechase, and a strong field in this one, including a world finalist in Sophia Asafe Adebe of Ethiopia. Look out for Lydia Rotich of Kenya as well. She's also ran a time of 9 minutes 18.3 seconds. Bernard, what do you make of this one?
Thank you very much, Greg, and good afternoon. Welcome to Nairobi. It's a 3,000 meter steeplechase. A very, very stiff race it's going to be. That's because Milka Chemos of Kenya, who's got the world leading time this year, is in this race. She's also a world bronze medalist and has lost only once in this race so far. She's run in Shanghai, in Oslo, in Rome, and in Eugene, in Oregon. And she's in bib 17:10, just on the outside, and is one of the clear favorites to win this race. She's got Lydia Cherotich in 17:91 for company. She was second in the Rome Diamond League, where Chemos got the world leading time. As they come to the bell now, the sprint will begin to develop for the gold, the silver, and the bronze. The Ethiopians defending the title, the Kenyans looking for revenge here and having a better record for this year. Milka Chemos at the front. Rotich is beginning to fade a little bit, and if Abebe keeps up this pace, she may just come into the silver, and who knows, she may even sprint for the gold medal. But the Kenyans know this as well. Lydia Rotich surging forward now, trying to find out where Marcin Gerald is. They've got one hurdle and one last water jump before 200 meters to the sprint finish. And Abebe beginning to surge forward now. Rotich is chasing from behind. Chemos is holding off Abebe's challenge. She slowed down a little bit coming to that jump. Here is a sprint now, and it's Abebe. She's gone another gear up. Chemos is chasing from behind. She's out to sidestep Philmata Miret of South Africa. Chemos, and coming towards the finish at the last hurdle. Chemos employs a sprint here. It's Kenya versus Ethiopia, and Chemos is getting the better of Abebe here. And Kenya take back the 3,000 meters gold medal. Abebe comes in for silver, and it's Rotich who comes in for bronze. And the Kenya national anthem will play again for this event, where the men have dominated since inception, but the ladies are still trying to come to terms with it, and a celebration is in the offing in this cold weather at the Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi, Kenya.
As you see confirmation of those 3,000 meter steeplechase results, Milka Chemos taking the gold, Sophia Seifa Abadi of Ethiopia the silver, and Lydia Rotich, who led for much of the race, settles for bronze as Kenya take first and third. And the women's 400 meter hurdles, and a gold medal race here, and it should be another very exciting final.
Those in the know usually say it takes about 14 steps to get to the first hurdle. And then again, you've got the choice of which leg to go up with. And it looks like Teron Wender of South Africa is using the left leg, and she was first to go over the hurdle. She's changed to the right now, so she's got her technique going either way, on the right or on the left foot, which is important for the momentum and also for the count just so that you know how many steps you are doing coming up to the hurdle and how you're running. She's got a strong run on everybody else. Carol Mebad Kaboom now coming into the picture with Ajoke Dumosu close to her. There is a Kenyan as well. Oh, he's slacking a little bit and slowed down the pace a bit on that hurdle. But she's got a good sprint still coming to this. What a way to take the hurdle. She seems to slow down every time she's coming to it. Ajoke Dumosu, the clear favorite here. And now it's a Moroccan Lambarki coming into the picture. Kenya still running for it as well. Can she get the bronze? Yes, she will. The Moroccan, can she pip Dumosi at the line? She probably has an edge over at Dumosi at the line. But we'll have to wait to see that.
It looked like Lambarki, Bernard. It looked like Lambarki. She's kissing the track in celebration. She thinks she's done it.
Well, I think she just probably put something or the other ahead of Ajoke Dumosu, who seems to have been struggling in the last 100 meters, Greg. The loudest cheers are still coming in for the Kenyan, who's come in the third position. Confirmation for you on that. Lambarki at 55.96. And with a gold medal performance, Ajoke relegated to the silver with 55.97. Maureen Jelagadmayo of Kenya taking the bronze, 56.74. Well, as the track is being prepared, the field events are going on as well. You've got a whole big field of 28 athletes. And Edin Soy should be one of the men that you will be watching out for, as Moses Ndiema Kipsiro of Uganda as well, the 10,000 meters world silver medalist, will be there as well. He's been put as number 7 on your list there. There is Tadasi, the Ethiopian, another one of the men you have to watch in this field. But this field will also have Tariku Bekele Beyecha, the younger brother of Kenenisa Bekele in it.
Kenenisa Bekele is obviously out. He's not going to be in here. But yet again, it's a long distance. It's going to be that battle between Kenya and Ethiopia. 3 Kenyans, 3 Ethiopians. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see.
The world record at 12 minutes, 37.35 seconds. And the African record at 12 minutes, 37.35. Championship record even lower at 13 minutes and 9. The world's all-time list reads like who's who between Kenya and Ethiopia, including in 2010 and including in the all-time list. A little bit of shoving and pushing as everybody will be looking for space in here. And again, a big onus on the Nigerian, or rather on the Ethiopians, and a big onus on the Kenyans in this race. They're upping the pace. Moses Ndiema has maintained his pace there and is still lacking behind the Kenyans.
Well, by the look of things, Moses Ndiema is left about 5, maybe 10 meters behind the 3 Kenyans, Edwin Soy, Makiptu, and Vincent Yator. Is it going to be another Kenyan slip here? We still have to find out.
Well, the bell is gone, and it's the 3 Kenyans now jostling for the medal positions. It's not about anything else. It's about who gets the gold, who gets the silver, and who gets the bronze. And you couldn't have a better competition than if you have men who are just battling for those positions up front. It is Vincent Yator up the front, and then Mark Kipto and Edwin Soy in third position. The race is not over yet. There will be a sprint to the finish. Now for the time. It's not for the medals anymore, but for bettering of the times for the purposes of future references. And the crowd bursts into a song of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Barring a natural calamity here, it will be a gold medal for Vincent Yator. Or will it be? Oh, it's changed at the last minute. And the Kenyans now fighting for time and fighting for the medals as well. And look at that burst of speed. It has changed, and Edwin Soy takes the gold medal.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe this. I thought Vincent Yator has done enough to actually win this race. I thought he celebrated maybe too early. And then Edwin Soy came blistering just from behind to take gold here.
And then the race for the medals that was ultimately won by Edwin Soy, 13.30 and 4.6. And look at that difference on the 0.06 of the seconds. Well, we are now taking the lineup for the 1500 meters men's final. Another grueling race here that will be run on the final day of the 17th Africa Athletics Confederation Senior Championships, and there's Asbel Kiprop there, the official Olympic champion after Ramsey was stripped of the gold medal.
Amon Watefete of Ethiopia, Jimmy Ada of Uganda, Taufik Maklovi of Algeria, and Absel Kiprop of Kenya, and they are off, Benna.
Well, 3 laps and 300 meters is what they will do here. Asbel Kiprop has perfected the art of running out of the front. This is going to be another grueling race. Silas Kiplagat was first in heat 2, 3:44 and 30 is a good time for him. But it's Asbel Kiprop who everybody will be watching out for. He won the semi-final with 3:43.33. It's out and it's breaking into a sprint. Asbel Kiprop is going back into that position up the front. Fete Aman Wate tried to lead it but didn't make it, and he's moved back to, well, there he is now, leading it out at the front at the moment. Asbel Kiprop in the second position. The Moroccan has moved closer. Amin Lalou is also a strong contender to watch out for. Asbel Kiprop at the back there, and Silas Kiplagat trying to mount a comeback. We are coming into the last 200 meters. It's Kiprop leading coming into the bend behind Gebre Medina. And Gebre Medina has broken into a sprint. Asbel Kiprop is trying to catch him. Amin Lalou as well. 3 Kenyans up at the front. Gebre Medina is being overtaken, but Amin Lalou is here as well, and he's challenging. And Asbel Kiprop is letting off, but he knows he's got Amin Lalou just on his tail. Kenya take the gold, Morocco take the silver, and Ethiopia will be in the bronze medal position as Kiplagat is pipped to that 3rd position.
There are the 1500 meter results. Kiprop coming home ahead of Lalou of Morocco, Wolde Girgis of Ethiopia taking the bronze. Those are your 1, 2, 3. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage over these 5 days of competition, wrapping up these 2010 championships. And there you see the final medal table. Kenya are the best team of the championships, 10 golds, 7 silver, 8 bronze. Nigeria in second with 8 golds for 18 medals. South Africa take third. Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, Botswana and Tunisia wrapping out the 10 top 8. So thanks for joining us. For all our technical team, thanks to all the boys who worked so hard to make this production a possibility. It's goodbye for Leslie and myself, Greg Fraser. Thanks for joining us. God bless you all, and we'll see you again for more sport very soon. Bye-bye for now.